This has got to be one of the most embarrassing things I've ever read. And so we were asking you, what is it did that one of your parents maybe embarrassed you? I feel like moms embarrass us way more than our dads do. My dad used to come to games and make a lot of noise like yours did. I think I've told you the story before. In baseball, he'd sit out in the outfield. He'd flash his lights and hit his horn if I got a base hit or something like that. But, gosh, Kevin writes and he says, when I was 14, my mom installed a monitoring software on my computer so she could see my screen on her laptop to make sure I was doing my homework.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Kevin wasn't just looking at homework.
I'm on the computer, Mom. Come on.
Oh, he says that he was watching some really kinky and intense videos.
Stuff.
And the screaming came from downstairs. That's just... But at least that's just embarrassing to you, and it wasn't like you were embarrassed in front of other people.
Would you rather that happen or what happened with me at the basketball game? I'd rather have what happened with me at the basketball game than that happen.
Then your parents find out what kind of porn you look at?
Yeah.
Well, I would never, especially if it was really weird stuff, like apparently Kevin says it was. Yeah, I think the basketball game's fine. Because you could actually yell back at your mom and say something funny and, to silence her a little bit.
Yeah, I wish I was witty.
People do this now
with a 16-year-old sophomore on the varsity team. God,
with cell phones too, right? Like there's apps parents can put on your kids' phones, and you can see everything that they're doing.
Yep, we live in a surveillance. I feel bad for the kids. The kids nowadays aren't getting away with jack squat. Like we were the last of the Mohicans. Generation X was the last of the Mohicans when it came to like sneaking out at night and all this stuff. Now you got Ring doorbells, you got the jurisdictions, the police officers. They have cameras up on light posts everywhere in town. I mean, you're not getting away with anything as a youth anymore. You can't go TP somebody's house. You can't do anything. The things that we used to do on a regular basis.
See, I flipped it with my folks. I'd love to tell my mom about all the stuff I did in high school that she didn't know that I got away with. Parties, girlfriends, my wife.
All you had to used to worry about is nosy neighbors. Yeah. That's it. That's it. You tell your parents about it. There's some things I haven't told my mom.
Oh, yeah. No, I love it. It's fun. Like the time that she came home from work and was convinced that Charlene was in the house and we were still in high school, and she was in my closet behind all the clothes, and she was naked.
She was hiding like E.T.?
Because we came home to fool around, and my mom all of a sudden, I don't know what her deal was. She came, her commute was like, it would have been like a 40-minute commute home just to have lunch. And then turn around, have lunch, and then turn around and go back to work. So she was, she thought
she was hot on the trail.
Yeah, thank God they didn't have cameras and these webcams. Like I have a webcam that looks at my dog.
There's
no
way you're hiding it nowadays.
You can't hide anything. Kids you're screwed.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I told her
of America.
She tore the whole house apart.
Bad you have it. Like no wonder everybody just plays video games because that's all you can do.
Yeah.
As a kid. I mean, we had video games when I was a kid, and they were starting to really pick up steam and be good. But we found ways to do other things because we could get away with other things. Now, all the kids want to do is surf the internet and play video games because that's all they can do and get away with it. But I feel bad for the youth of America. I really do. I do. So don't be so hard on them.
805-543-3693. Those are the numbers to get in.
Millennials, because they've never experienced danger. Everything has been done for them. That's why they want everything done for them. Because they're like, well, mom and dad used to watch me, make sure I didn't get in trouble as a kid. I want people to watch me when I'm a grown up too.
You can call or text in with your story about how your parents totally embarrassed you. 805-543-3693.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to the podcast on Google, Apple, YouTube, and Podbean by clicking on Jeff and Jeremy at KZOZ.com.